Now, sports with Garrett Brown.
Double feature of Thursday night football out at Stoker Stadium with back-to-back games being played in Grand Junction. Starting off with a pair of teams that were sitting at 2-1 entering play in that matchup, the Palisade Bulldogs and the Durango Demons. Last year, the Bulldogs went down to Durango and the Demons defended their home turf in a 32-14 win. But that loss may have kick-started a 6-game winning streak for Palisade down the stretch of their season. Would that version of the Dogs show up, or would history repeat itself? We'll join this one with time winding down in the first half. Not a lot of offense generated by the Dogs at this point. They'd be scoreless, trailing Durango 14-0. In prime position to punch it in, though, here on this possession. The Durango defense, though, stifled the Bulldogs' rushing attack at the goal line. And as time wound down to just seconds in the half, that forces them to turn to the leg of Carter Hayward, who hits the chip shot to get his guys on the board, 14-3, Durango. Bulldogs go in the half, still searching for answers and maybe a little bit of offense. But maybe getting on the board late in that half sort of sparked the Dogs' offense, driving down the field once again, and it certainly helps when you're getting angry runs out of their fullback, Cade Carter. Durango needs about half their defense to get Carter on the ground there, but once again, the Dogs could not get it on into the end zone. So they turned back to the other Carter, Carter Hayward, and that one was no chip shot. That was from about 45 to 46 yards out, but it doesn't matter to the big leg of Hayward. Dogs take a bite out of that Durango lead. From there, Durango, though, they go with ground and pound on offense to run out the clock, except it wasn't the running back, it was the guy under center getting it done, Grady Feeney, ripping off a big chunk play before Palisade came up with a stop near their own end zone once again on a Durango attempt to run it to the outside here. But that Demon defense once again proved too sturdy for Palisade to mount any sort of comeback bid as Durango takes this one 17-6 is your final from round one out at Splezio. And going on to game two, that would pit two teams in very different situations against each other, the Central Warriors and the Montrose Redhawks. Montrose came into this matchup unbeaten. Central, meanwhile, they were looking for their elusive first win. We head back out to Stoker Stadium, this time under some stadium lights. Hawks would be the ones setting the tones early on. We find them deep in Warrior territory here, and a lot gets made about these Montrose running backs and what they can do with the ball. But it's not just the running backs. How about the Montrose quarterback, Cade Saunders? He can also make things happen with his legs. Saunders saunters on into the end zone, and the Hawks land the first punch. But again, the strength of this Montrose team isn't just that they can run the ball, but how many guys can make things happen running the rock. Once getting near the end zone, now it's the powerful Elijah Womack getting his number called. Womack rams the rock in. Hawks have doubled their lead just in the first quarter, 14-0. Let's just keep on hammering the point home about all the different runners that can do damage on this Montrose team. We saw Saunders, we saw Womack. Now on the outside run, here comes Chase Meehan, making a couple of Warriors miss before diving on into the end zone. And this has already gone all Hawks real fast. Just for good measure, Womack gets one more score in the second half as the Montrose machine, it keeps on marching on. They win 41-0, and they improve to 4-0. Montrose did not slow down from there either. To start the second half, they ran back the opening kickoff. Be sure to check out this week's Friday Night Blitz for more from these games all over the Western Slope. But for now, I'll do it for your look at sports, and we'll be right back.